Shrouded Fable is probably the last product that was relatively easy to find in terms of Pokemon products that you could actually find at big box stores like Targets and Walmart, but not anymore, and the prices of these singles are skyrocketing. Welcome back to the channel, guys. This is VMAT. If you do enjoy my content, please consider subscribing and joining in all the fun we have. And today, we're going to be talking about Shrouded Fable, a set that was kind of like looked at disparagingly, I think, compared to obviously the newer sets. It was the last set that really was accessible that I could find on shelves at local game stores and big box stores, but not anymore. In fact, if I go to any sort of big box store, I'll be lucky to see anything apart from maybe like a mystery box from MJ Holdings or something like that. Maybe some product that just randomly found its way there that's gone just like that. In fact, the Walmart near me has never gotten any prismatic evolutions. At least that's what they tell me, which is kind of crazy. Like, it's a big box store, Walmart, and doesn't have any prismatic evolutions, or saying it's never had any prismatic evolutions when I talk to customer service. The Toys R Us, that's actually not too far away from me here in Canada, they had one restock of prismatic evolutions, and then that was it. Then there was like, it was impossible to find after that. So we're in a really tough place right now for Pokemon. It doesn't feel good. But regardless, we're going to talk about the market right now because that's what we're going to do here in today's video. Shrouded Fable, a set that people basically tossed aside, but now people want it because Pokemon's hot. And when things are hot, people seem to gravitate towards it. We have Cresselia here, 71 out of 64 from Shrouded Fable. This is a illustration rare that is up by 193.67% over the last 3 months, just skyrocketed in price at the beginning of February, end of January, sitting at $25.52. Next on the list is the Basic Metal Energy, up by 15.66%, currently sitting at $29.92. And this is the 3-month chart here. As you can see, it bottomed out right around December 12th to December 14th at $24.15, but it's been basically skyrocketing ever since. And this is just a basic energy card. You know, of course, it's a nice gold energy card here as well. It's a hyper rare, but regardless, it's not like an illustration rare or a special illustration rare, which is the type of cards that really are exploding on the market for Pokemon right now. Next on the list is Dusknoir from Shrouded Fable, currently sitting at $30.73 right now for its market price, and this illustration rare is up by 28.20%. And again, it bottomed out pretty similar at some point in December. This one was actually around Christmas Eve, bottomed out at $20.78. Next up is another basic energy. It's a Basic Darkness energy. This hyper rare is currently up by 30.50%, sitting at $34.10. And as you can see there, look at that chart. This thing has just been climbing ever since the end of November, just on an absolute tear right now. It doesn't even have to be an illustration rare or a special illustration rare, or a special art rare, I should say. It can be just like a regular hyper rare basic energy. This is how crazy the Pokemon market is right now. We have the Duskull right now from Shrouded Fable, currently sitting at $93, currently up by 93.11% over the last 3 months, sitting at $43.70 for this card. Obviously, interesting artwork on it as well, similar to Pidgeotto and Pidgeot from the Obsidian Flame set. But my God, crazy price movement. Definitely softening, though, since the beginning of February. Next on the list is a more popular Pokemon from the Neo block, and that is Houndoom, 66 out of 64. Now let's switch it to the Near Mint printing here. It's on the Lightly Play. Near Mint, it'll show you that it's actually up by 113.82% over the last 3 months, sitting at $45.33. And this card spiked to its highest price point at the end of January at $52.98 with 20 items sold, though, as well on TCG Player. It definitely has softened ever since then, though. Next up, we have the Cassiopeia, 94 out of 64. This nice supporter trainer card is currently up by 1.55%. It is a special illustration rare, first on the list. It actually is lower than its price in December at $51.51. Bottomed out at about $43.40 mid-January, and then has been on the rise ever since. But I think the trainer cards right now, they're not as hot as the Pokemon. Now, we've had different eras where the trainer cards were actually kind of more sought after than the Pokemon cards, and that was probably the era where they did a lot of waifu cards, which is something that I've talked about as well in previous videos. But again, decent price movement on here. It's still around $50 for this card. Next up, we have the Pheasantipede EX, 92 out of 64, another special illustration rare. This one, I actually don't like the artwork because it really is hard to figure out what the heck is going on when you look at it. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong on this. I don't know, maybe it's just an opinion and everyone has an opinion on the internet. Leave yours, by the way, down below in the comment section. This card's only up by 0.92%, which is pretty negligible over the last 3 months, sitting at $49.33. Over the last 3 months, its highest price point was $52.63. Next on the list, we have another hyper rare. It's an item card, Earthen Vessel, but it's actually down 6.65% over the last 3 months, sitting at $57.14. Its highest price point was at $66.08. So not all the cards, believe it or not all the cards that are on the top 10 list are actually performing well over the last 3 months. This one is an example of that. Kind of crazy here. But the most expensive card is a card that has been just taking the world by storm here for some reason. It's a good looking card, but I don't understand why it's so expensive. It's just a regular illustration rare, Persian. Looks good, not bad, but is it really worth $60.12 for its market price right now? I don't know, it's lower than it was just a few weeks ago, but it's up by 157.69% over the last 3 months. Its highest price point was actually $76.90, and that was right at the end of January. So interesting price movements on a lot of these Shrouded Fable cards. I want you to leave your opinion about the set down below in the description. Very interesting. It was a set that I honestly was able to find right up until, I would say, mid-January. You know, right after Prismatic Evolutions came out, that was when the whole market just went bananas, and it was like almost impossible to find anything anymore. It's just kind of sad where we're at in the market, but we're not going to talk about that right now. I've already done a few rants about that. If you want more rants like that, let me know, though, down below in the description. But yes, Persian here is the most expensive card from Shrouded Fable, and it's actually not that expensive. You know, for a set to have the most expensive chase cards still be under $100 for Pokemon now with how crazy everything is kind of wild. Anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, leave a like down below. Subscribe if you are new to the channel, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.